Nuclear crisis. Pakistan civil war. Government collapsed. 140 nuclear warheads unsecured. Terrorist proximity confirmed. Joint U.S.-India operation. 80 facilities targeted simultaneously. B-2 Spirit. Su-30 MKI coordination. All warheads secured. 3,000 plus Pakistani casualties. Nuclear terrorism prevented. This is air combat. Islamabad, capital Pakistan. Population 1.2 million. Government district, military headquarters, intelligence agencies, strategic center, until political collapse, until military fragmentation, until civil war. Prime Minister fled, army split, ISI divided, Taliban advancing, Al-Qaeda infiltrating, ISIS present, nuclear weapons vulnerable, everything catastrophic. Air combat faces doomsday scenario. Pakistani nuclear arsenal, 140 warheads confirmed, tactical weapons, strategic missiles, air-delivered bombs, multiple locations, 80 facilities nationwide, mobile launchers, underground bunkers, air bases, naval installations, everything dispersed, security deteriorating, command control fragmenting, safeguards failing, terrorist acquisition possible, nuclear terrorism imminent, air combat prevents apocalypse. Intelligence breakthrough CIA, Pakistani nuclear scientist defects, provides locations, all facilities, security status, vulnerabilities identified, window narrow, 48 hours maximum, terrorist groups moving, Taliban 20 miles from facility, Al-Qaeda cell proximity, ISIS reconnaissance observed, time critical, coordination essential, joint operation necessary, air combat executes. Best nuclear security approach? A. Joint military operation. Diplomatic pressure. C. Pakistan self-securing? Comment your choice. Presidential authorization unprecedented. Oval Office decision. National Security Council unanimous. CIA Director briefing. Joint Chiefs recommendation. State Department concerns overruled. Pakistan sovereignty violated necessarily. Nuclear terrorism prevented absolutely. India coordination essential. Historic cooperation, strategic necessity. Air combat enables unprecedented alliance. Indian Prime Minister Modi contacted. Secure communication. American proposal. Joint operation. Pakistani nuclear weapons secured. Terrorist threat eliminated. Regional security enhanced. Indian agreement immediate. Historic opportunity. Pakistani rivalry secondary. Nuclear terrorism primary. Strategic calculation pragmatic. Air combat enables Indo-American operation. According to Air Combat Command analysis, Pakistani nuclear program began 1972. First test, 1998. Arsenal grew 140 warheads. Fissile material sufficient 200 plus. Delivery systems multiple. Babur cruise missiles, Shaheen ballistic missiles, F-16 capable, Mirage aircraft. Everything operational until civil war. Command control critical. Security paramount. Failure unacceptable. Air combat faces ultimate stakes. Mission planning unprecedented. 80 facilities, simultaneous strikes, perfect coordination. American contribution, 24 B-2 Spirit bombers, 48 F-22 Raptors, 36 F-35A Lightning. Indian contribution, 60 Su-30 MKI, 40 Rafale, 32 MiG-29. Total, 240 strike aircraft, plus 80 transport, 200 special forces, ground seizure, warhead recovery, everything synchronized, air combat comprehensive. Wait for operation launch. What happens next prevents nuclear terrorism forever or fails catastrophically. Operation Bright Star begins. Codename classified until execution. Aero 300 hours, Pakistan time. Darkness advantage, night vision superiority. Infrared sensors, multispectral targeting, technology dominance, surprise absolute. Pakistani forces unaware, civil war distraction. Terrorist groups focused internal, external threat unexpected. Air combat delivers shock. First wave, Air defense suppression. Pakistani integrated air defense operational partially. Civil War degraded capability, but S-125 batteries functional. HQ-9 Chinese systems. JF-17 fighters available. Threat present. American F-22 Raptors engage. BVR combat. 16 JF-17 destroyed. Indian Rafale seed. Scalp EG missiles. 12 HQ-9 sites eliminated. Airspace secured. Air combat suppression. Second wave, strategic bombing. Northern facilities. Kashmir region. 12 sites. B-2 Spirit attacking. 8 bombers. GBU-57 bunker busters. Underground facilities. Mountain bunkers. Penetration required. 300-meter depth. Everything destroyed. Warheads buried. Containment achieved. Terrorist access prevented. Air combat strategic strike. Maximum Pakistani nuclear facilities? A. 40 sites. B. 80 sites. C. 120 sites. Answer at mission end. Third wave, precision strikes. Punjab facilities. 18 sites. F-35A Lightning. Small diameter bombs. GBU-39. Precision essential. Warhead storage. Minimal damage required. Nuclear material contained. Contamination prevented. Perfect accuracy. 18 facilities secured. Ground forces insert. Warhead recovery. Air combat enables ground operation. Fourth wave, mobile targets, transporter erector launchers, 24 vehicles, moving constantly, intelligence tracking, satellite surveillance, drone monitoring, real-time updates, Indian Su-30 MKI engaging, BrahMos missiles, supersonic cruise, perfect mobile hunting, 24 TEL destroyed, missiles secured, launch prevented, air combat comprehensive. Stealth penetration or overwhelming numbers. Comment S for stealth or O for overwhelming. Fifth wave, airbase strikes, tactical nuclear bombs, F-16 delivery capable, Pakistani Air Force storage, 8 air bases, American F-15E Strike Eagle, Indian Rafale coordination, runway cratering, hangar destruction, storage bunker penetration, 40 tactical warheads secured, aircraft destroyed, delivery prevented, air combat denial. If you believe nuclear terrorism justifies sovereignty violation, type air combat below. Sixth wave, naval facilities, or Mara Naval Base, Babur cruise missiles, nuclear-tipped variants, submarine launch tubes, everything targeted, Tomahawk cruise missiles, USS Virginia submarine, 24 missiles launched, facilities destroyed, warheads contained, recovery teams insert, naval threat eliminated, air combat multi-domain. Pakistani military response fragmented, civil war priority, external attack secondary. Some units resist, most confused, chain command broken, coordination impossible, air defense inadequate, fighter response minimal, ground resistance sporadic, 3,000 plus casualties, military personnel, security forces, intelligence operatives, everyone defending nuclear sites, air combat overwhelming force. Terrorist groups attempt seizure, Taliban force 600 fighters, attacking Kahuta facility, uranium enrichment, warhead storage, American Delta Force present, 40 operators, AC-130 gunship support, Taliban assault defeated, 380 killed, 120 wounded, 100 surrender, facility secured, warheads recovered, air combat prevents catastrophe. Al-Qaeda cell proximity, Chashma nuclear complex, 80 operatives, infiltration attempted, Indian para-SF responding, 60 commandos, firefight intense, 50 Al-Qaeda killed, 20 captured, 10 escape, Indian casualties 8 killed, 12 wounded, but facility secured, warheads safe, air combat coalition success. According to Aviation Week data, operation costs calculated $4.2 billion, 240 strike aircraft, 80 transport planes, 48-hour operation, 6,800 sorties, 14,000 munitions, 400 special forces, ground recovery teams, warhead transport, security convoy, Everything comprehensive. Pakistani nuclear arsenal 140 warheads, all secured. Zero terrorist acquisition. Investment priceless. Air combat delivers absolute success. Who wins nuclear security race? Drop your prediction below. Warhead accounting. 140 total confirmed. 140 recovered. 100% success rate. Tactical weapons. Strategic warheads, 80. Air-delivered, 20. All secured. Fissile material kilograms. Uranium enrichment. Plutonium inventory. Everything accounted. Transport Boeing C-17. Diego Garcia staging. Secure storage. Disassembly scheduled. Air combat comprehensive recovery. Pakistani civilian casualties minimal. Precision strikes. Collateral avoidance. Urban combat limited. Facility isolation. Population evacuation. Warning delivered. Casualties 180 civilians. Regrettable losses. But nuclear terrorism prevented. 100 million potential casualties. Cost-benefit calculation favorable. Air combat proportionality. International reaction divided. Russia condemns sovereignty violation. China protests military action. But nuclear terrorism prevented acknowledged. Regional security enhanced recognized. Western nations support. Asian allies approve. Middle East relieved. Everyone benefits. Pakistani warheads secured. Air combat serves global interest. United Nations Security Council emergency. Pakistan complaint. Sovereignty violated. Territory attacked. Military action condemned. But nuclear weapons unsecured acknowledged. Terrorist threat verified. Security Council resolution. Post-operation oversight. IAEA monitoring. Disarmament supervision. International control. Air combat shapes global response. Indian domestic celebration. Historic operation. Pakistani threat eliminated. Nuclear parity removed. Strategic advantage gained. Modi popularity soars. Nationalist satisfaction. Regional dominance. Everything achieved. Air combat enables Indian strategic victory. American strategic success. Nuclear terrorism prevented. Pakistani arsenal secured. Indian partnership deepened. Regional stability enhanced. Intelligence vindicated. Military capability demonstrated. Presidential leadership. Congressional support. Air combat comprehensive victory. Pakistani domestic chaos continues. Civil war ongoing. Government absent. Military fractured. Taliban advancing. But nuclear threat eliminated. Terrorist acquisition prevented. Regional security enhanced. International intervention accepted necessarily. Air combat creates space political solution. Afghan Taliban response confused. Pakistani allies weakened. Nuclear weapons lost. Strategic setback. But civil war opportunity. Territory gains. Influence expanded. Pakistan destabilization. Everything complicated. Air combat shapes regional dynamics. Chinese concern significant. Pakistani ally weakened. Nuclear arsenal removed. Indo-American cooperation. Strategic partnership. Regional balance shifted. Belt Road Initiative threatened. Everything reconsidered. Air combat affects Chinese strategy. Russian observation careful. American capability demonstrated. Indian partnership formalized. Joint operations proven. Nuclear security prioritized. Strategic implications noted. Everything assessed. Air combat shapes great power competition. Middle East relief. Pakistani nuclear weapons secured. Terrorist acquisition prevented. Sunni extremism denied. Regional security enhanced. Israeli satisfaction. Saudi approval. UAE support. Air combat benefits multiple nations. Future Pakistan reconstruction. International assistance. Government restoration. Military rebuilding. Intelligence reform. Nuclear program eliminated. Conventional forces modernized. Democratic institutions. Everything restructured. Air combat enables transformation. Indo-American alliance strengthened. Joint operations proven, intelligence sharing enhanced, military coordination perfected, strategic partnership deepened, technology transfer, defense cooperation, regional security, air combat foundation, permanent relationship. Strategic implications permanent, Pakistani nuclear threat eliminated, 140 warheads secured, terrorist acquisition prevented, nuclear terrorism deterred globally, regional balance shifted, Indian dominance increased, American influence expanded, China concerned, Russia calculating, air combat reshaped South Asia. Nuclear non-proliferation treaty strengthened, military intervention justified, terrorist threat prevented, international cooperation demonstrated, Security Council oversight, IAEA monitoring, disarmament verification, everything enhanced, air combat validates non-proliferation. Future proliferation deterrence, North Korea observing, Iran calculating, Syria reconsidering, nuclear programs vulnerable, international intervention possible, terrorist acquisition unacceptable, military response inevitable, air combat establishes precedent. Where the sky decides the victor. That tactical quiz? Maximum Pakistani nuclear facilities? Answer: B. 80 sites nationwide. Underground bunkers, mobile launchers, air bases, naval installations, everything dispersed. Tonight, 100% secured, intelligence accurate, coordination perfect, execution flawless. Air combat delivers absolute success through unprecedented Indo-American cooperation, preventing nuclear terrorism, securing 140 warheads, eliminating existential threat. 3 questions remain. Will Pakistan recover sovereignty? Can nuclear terrorism be prevented permanently? What's next proliferation crisis? Subscribe to Air Combat, where aerial supremacy rules, where nuclear terrorism prevented through joint operations, where 140 warheads secured preventing apocalypse. This is existential mission, this is global security, this is air combat. Air supremacy, missile dominance, air combat.